Yeah, so thank you for coming. As said, this is the UK introduction of the SM-025s, which is our latest mono amps in the Signature series. As you can probably see, if you look at the size of the faceplates, at least on the two bottom ones, it's the same as the SI-025, which is sitting on the top shelf over there. So the SI-025 is an integrated amp, and it shares the chassis with the SM-011, and these are the next generation, so it's a little bit taller, and we had to make it taller to be able to fit in some of the new stuff that we wanted to put in there. One is the transformer, and this is one of the main, well, not main, it's one of the major differences between the old version and the new version, is the transformer, because with this chassis and this huge UI transformer we put in them, there was no room for doing any mechanical damping. So if we were unlucky that someone had too much DC on the mains, those transformers, well, transformers in general don't like DC. They start to hum. Well, they both hum, but the worst thing is they start vibrating, and when they vibrate, the whole chassis will start making noise. So that was obviously an issue, and because of that we had to use about 400 watts out of the 1.4 kilowatts that transformer could actually deliver to lower the risk of that noise. So if somebody looks at the spec sheets, they will go, well, the SM-011s had a 1.4 kilowatt transformer in it, and you're stating that the new ones have 200 watts more power per channel, but they're 1200 watts or 1.2 kilowatts. So that makes no difference. And this is why I'm mentioning it, because actually the old ones efficiently only had 1.0 kilowatt, and these has 1.2. So that's, as we were talking about, driving tough loads, which these are, that is really what helps. That is to have a transformer that can just move current without lowering the voltage. And this is some of the things that we pay a lot of attention to, is exactly that. Another part is that, and this is typical us, we don't just change stuff. We like to keep things going year after year after year. So the SI-025 is probably 15, 16 years old, or even more, in that we unchanged. Because, as we say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no point. So even though I spent the last 3 years to try and reinvent myself from a technical and technology point of view, I'm not going to change anything just for the sake of changing it. I prefer to refine and tweak, and this is what we did on the input stage on this amplifier as well, compared to the old ones. We did a lot on the power supply in general. So on the input stage, the regulated, the voltages is divided into 4 different stages actually, and each has their own regulated power supply for lots of reasons, but it just creates a much lower noise floor, as we could really hear before somebody put music on. So yeah, that's we're using new power devices as well, a new configuration on the output stage. It's very technical, but that's the 3 kind of main points that are different to the old ones.